one of the biggest roadblocks that people have before applying to EPIK is that they're worried about getting a rural placement. Because you can't really choose where you're placed with EPIK. It's a surprise, and there's a high chance that you will be in a rural area. I personally have been in a rural area for almost 5 years with EPIK, and I love it. So I just kind of want to talk about my experience in a rural area, what it's been like for me, and kind of tips to help you adjust to it if maybe you are nervous about being placed in one or are in one already and are struggling. So I'm just going to preface it with, no two locations are alike, but my experience is I'm in a small town called Suchon, and there's about 10 other English teachers here. They all teach at different schools within the district. So I am by myself in my school, but I do have all these other English teacher friends here. So it's like built-in friends, really. So it's not as scary as it sounds. We're all really close because these people really don't have any choice but to be my friend because there's only 10 of us. But I actually have loved basically almost everyone that I've met here. They have become lifelong friends because I think making the decision to move to another country, it means you're like an open-minded person. So you already have such a big factor in common with these people that it's really easy to get along. And the friendships I've made here have been like really easy and like lifelong friendships. I'm still friends with so many people that have come and gone here. But yeah, so that's something to look forward to. That there probably will be at least 10 other English teachers in your area. And they'll usually have a group chat. So just kind of, reach out in the group chat whenever you're lonely. Ask if anyone wants to get dinner every now and then. I get dinner with the teachers in my area like once every other week, and I travel with them on the weekends a lot, and they're just great. When I've had issues here, they're always there to help me, so you'll most likely have that, so don't worry about it too much. But I guess there are some placements, I guess, where there's maybe just like a couple other teachers in your area, or maybe even none. They might be in like the neighboring city next to you. So yeah, my tips on making friends if there are no teachers in your area: keep in touch with people you meet in orientation. Those are great contacts for you to have. When you hang out with your friends from orientation in their city, you'll end up meeting the teachers there, and then you're friends with them. So that's a great way that I've met friends in Korea. There are also these awesome tour group companies that run in Korea that are for Koreans and foreigners, so this is great. It's a great way to also make Korean friends. But basically, they'll go to spots or events like festivals in Korea, and you'll meet in one location, and then they'll rent a bus, and then it'll take you to another location. These are really convenient because there are some places in Korea that you need a car to get to, so that's another great thing about them. But it's such a good way to meet people. You can sign up by yourself. Like I've gone to Jeju on these events. I've been to like a bunch of different islands. So you can sign up by yourself, or you can sign up with like another friend, but people sign up by themselves, they sign up with friends, and then you just meet a bunch of people there. Like they'll have you can have dinner with them, and you just enjoy wherever you're going with them. My favorite is Bungo Oil. They're run by two of my really close friends, and there's just such accommodating, nice people, and I've met so many friends on these trips that I still keep in contact with. There's a bunch of other tour companies too, like Adventure Korea. I'll link a bunch in the description below. But yeah, if you just go by yourself, you'll end up meeting someone else that also signed up by themselves, and you just hang out at the beach together or have dinner together, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to meet people. So you have that option as well. While living in a rural area, I will admit there's nothing really to do in my town. Like I have to go travel to do stuff. Like you can get dinner here, you can have drinks here, but there's not much going on. But it's pretty quiet, you will have a lot of free time. And this time has been great for self-development. I picked up a lot of old hobbies and new hobbies. For example, I played piano as a kid a lot and I forgot everything. So I've gotten back into that. I've gotten into embroidery. I've also run a couple marathons here. I've had a lot of free time to do that. I've self-studied Korean. I've taken some marketing classes online. So kind of try to see the free time in like a positive light and a way to work on yourself. And it's also a great way to save money living in the rural areas. Like living expenses is a lot cheaper here, and I'm not, you know, going out all the time. Yeah, so that's great. Another strategy I would say is just to always have something on your calendar to look forward to, whether it be making a new friend, not making a new friend, excuse me, whether it be meeting a new friend in another city that you made an orientation, or having an adventure Korea, Bengoya trip on your calendar. Always have something to look forward to. It's like a really good way. Just keep yourself going, you know? That way on days where you're kind of lonely and it seems things are going kind of slow, you just have that in the back of your mind. Well, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna go on this beach trip with all my friends, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So that's always like a good way to keep you in a good headspace as well. But in the end, I honestly think rural placement is a great experience. The reason I've stayed in mine so long is because I love my students. I think maybe the kids in the rural area are a little maybe kinder, but I don't know, I never taught in a city, but I love the kids so much. I love just walking through my town, and I always see my students and they're like, "Hi teacher," at least 2 or 3 times a day I run into a student. Or like if I'm just getting dinner with my friends at a restaurant, you'll see students like banging on the windows, like saying hi to us, or like my friends who are their teachers, and it's just so sweet. And I know everyone in town. Like I take taxis a lot, and all the cab drivers know me. Like my friends were like, "Oh, I took a taxi today," and they were like, "Are you Donna's friend?" And they always say hi to me, and like, I don't know, like this is like my fruit attaché, and this is like my taxi guy, and like they're like grandpas to me. I don't know, I just love it here. And like all the store owners know me. Like it's just so homey, you know? Like for example, I went to Dunkin' Donuts the other day just to get a coffee, and I'm friends with the owners there, and I was just chatting with them, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so hungover today." And she made me like this special Korean hangover cure drink. It's obviously like not on the menu. She just had it for me, and she like gave it to me for free. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like so warm and happy here. Just being able to go down the street and like say hi to people, like always knowing everyone. And I've made such good friends with the teachers here. I love it. Like I felt no need to move to a city. So I think it's a great experience. And another tip is like, honestly, if you don't like it, it's just a year. It goes by so quickly. And once you're in Korea, you can like make friends in good Hagwons, and then you know what a good Hagwon is, and then you can leave from there, like next year apply to that school. So I think it's a good idea just to come for 1 year. If you get a role placement and you don't like it, it's 1 year. Yeah, you can do it. I would just highly advise not to freak out, not to worry too much. So that's just my advice on the matter.